Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy draft here on the channel. We're climbing our way through Mythic, so we're hoping for another good draft here, and our rare is Moogl's Valor, which is a pretty interesting card, because if you can go wide and get a big board state, making a 1/2 creature and giving all your creatures indestructible for a turn can be pretty good. So you can make, you make a 1/2 creature for each of your creatures. So if you have like 4 creatures, you make 4 1/2s, give everything indestructible. That can be pretty good and can be game winning. I kind of want to try it out and see how strong it really is. I imagine in green white it will be stellar. In blue white I can imagine situations where it's pretty good. And overall, it's worth trying out these cards so that not only I, but also you can see them in action. There's also Wall of Omens, which is a nice defensive tool. Swallowed by Leviathans is a bit clunky at 3 mana, but it's fine. I think Demon Wall is great. It might be my pick if I was not taking the Moogl's Valor. So, with Moogl's Valor in our pile, I think this is a above average rare probably. Like there's some bad rares, some medium rares. The rare we have in our pack right now is kind of like a very like low tier rare because it's basically like a 2 mana 2/2 lifelink. The mill doesn't really mean that much. So with a card like Moogl's Valor, it does bias me towards white. I do want to play white if I have this card, but it's not the end all be all. So I will still take other cards if they're strong enough. I'm not just going to only take white cards. So for example, Dwarven Castle Guard is the only like mono white card in the pack as a follow-up. And I think it's good with Moogl's Valor because it dies into another body, so you can keep a wide board state. But I'm not going to second pick it over something powerful like Choco Comet, Thunder Magic, or Geisal Greens even, I think is better than Castle Guard. Though I think Castle Guard is close enough to Geisal Greens that I would take it as that as an example. I will take the Choco Comet here. I think it's a really nice aggressive tool. It makes a body. Cornered by Black Mages is a card I want to try, but I don't want to second pick it here. So I'm just going to take the Choco Comet over the Thunder Magic. I think it goes Choco, Thunder Magic, Dwarven. Okay. I do like Travel the Overworld. It's really good in a blue-green Towns deck. We aren't seeing good white follow-ups. I don't love Summon Choco Mog. I do really like Shantotto. I need to hover over the cards longer. So this card, the reason I don't like this card is because it's a 3-drop that you don't really want to play on turn 3 because your opponent at that point in the game can often absorb 2 hits from this and then be totally fine, and you've just deployed your 3-drop and not gotten much value. So you can't use your 3-drop on turn 3, which is a downside. Travel the Overworld, 7 mana is a lot. You really want to be making this cost like 4 mana before you're like thrilled. I mean, 5 mana draw 4 would still be great, but you want to be in a situation where you can reliably reduce its cost by having towns in your deck, and blue-green is the best shell for that. Now, Shantotto is a multicolored card. It's a blue-red card, but I do really like it. It curves really nicely into Choco Comet, which will immediately trigger it, make you another creature, kill something, and I think Shantotto is a fantastic card and worth taking early. It does mean I'm kind of abandoning the Moogl's Valor, but that's okay for now. Now, pick 4, we see another Choco Comet, which is another good card. The thing that you need to remember about this card is it can deal damage to any target. So if you get into a board stall or a late game situation and you have this in your deck, you can just deal 5 to your opponent sometimes and win the game that way, or however much mana you have. There is Summon Fenrir, which I think is a fantastic card, really, really strong. So that is tempting, but I think in a situation where I think it's better than Choco Comet. Like pack 1, pick 1, I would take Summon Fenrir over Choco Comet. So the question becomes, do I think Choco Comet plus the option of going with the Moogl's Valor in that, or Choco Comet plus Shantotto's is better than the Summon Fenrir? And I think right in this moment, I think that is the case. So I will take the Choco Comet here. It's all about weighing your odds. There's 2 criteria you think about. You think odds of it making my deck, power level, I guess there's a third criteria, and that third criteria is, does the card play well with my other cards I already have? So right now we have Shantotto, Moogl's Valor. So Moogl's Valor plays really, really well with Aerith Rescue Mission. That's like a 2-card combo. You get 3 1/1s, and then this will make at least 3 1/2s and give all your guys indestructible. That's like a nice little combo to be aware of. The power level of Aerith Rescue Mission in a vacuum, though, is a bit low. So that's the other consideration. And there is a combat tutorial, which I do think is a better card. I think this is the best card in the pack, actually. Syncopate as well. But I am just going to take the combat tutorial, keep going with this blue-red deck. The card draw is going to supplement that nicely, and I can pick up spells like Syncopate later. Aerith Rescue Mission isn't really a particular sign at 5th pick. Okay, now I really do like Scorpion Sentinel. It's a really good card with combat tutorial because a 2/5 is even harder to attack through than a 1/4. I do think Crossroads Village is a good card, and a card that you should take higher than you probably are, because mana fixing is deceptively important in limited. If you're playing a blue-red deck with a 9-8 mana base, you're going to lose some percentage of games to just not drawing your right colors or having to mulligan and things like that. But if you have a couple of dual lands, it makes a big difference. Scorpion Sentinel, however, is going to be very key for my early game, and I really want those premium 2-drops. This and Sahagin are two cards that I really do care about in this strategy. Now we see a pack that doesn't really have a card for my deck. There is not a blue card I like. Rook Turret is not a card for the blue-red deck. Neither is Magic Damper is just not a great card in general. So we can do a speculative pick into something like green, in case we wanted to go back. But I think we'd rather just take You're Not Alone. I think green is a bit hard to get into here. You're Not Alone, we could technically go like Moogle's Valor, so play a blue-white deck. Moogle's plus You're Not Alone is a bit... They want you to do the same thing, which is have a big board state. Even though I think Rydia's Return is the best card in the pack, it's a bit late at pick 7 to move into a whole another color. And now we get Summon Shiva, which is a great card. Really nice tool in the tool belt for our blue deck we are building. I do think that Sahagin or whatever the way this is pronounced, is a really good 2-drop for the blue-red deck. And we do only have the 1 2-drop right now. But I do think Summon Shiva, it's been very impressive to me. It shuts something down for a couple turns, draws you a card, really slows down the game, which is great. Now there's Swallowed by Leviathan. There is also Demon Wall on the wheel. I'm tempted to just take Demon Wall. I really don't have an interest in Ice Flan. I guess we could take Swallowed by Leviathan. I just don't think it's a great card. I don't have a lot of ways to hold up my mana. It's probably better than Demon Wall at this point, though, because switching into black is going to be tricky. And we'll get reps with this card in our deck. I've not been that impressed when I've seen it in action. Now there's another Rook Turret. There is a blue-white land. There is also a Capital City. And then the Crossroads Village, which we are taking. This guy, it's okay, but nothing crazy. Blue-white might actually just be open. We haven't seen a ton of red. But we'll still take this. It's going to make the cut regardless. And now Dreams of Laguna is a great little addition to this deck. Gives us a nice little bit of card advantage and then a flashback that triggers our cards that care about that. Labman, not a card we're going to be building around this time. Blue is looking very open. Wow, late Scorpion Sentinel. Really nice addition to the team. Really happy to see that. And I guess we will take the Cactuar. Who knows, maybe we'll open a crazy green rare. Last pick, green card. Interesting. Okay, we've opened up another Shantotto. So this is a really premium card for this strategy. Just keeps the cards flowing. I think blue-red was the place where we wanted to end up, though it didn't seem that open. Just white didn't seem particularly open either. Blue-white maybe was open, but we didn't see a lot of individually good white cards like White Auracite or things like that. And our blue-red deck is looking totally solid at the very least. So I think we'll just take another Shantotto here over Thunder Magic, which is a premium card and one of the best possible. You might be wondering about this rare. Giving your opponents your permanents is not something you want to do in limited, so it's not even a real consideration. The only type of card that you would give to your opponent is something like Instant Ramen, where like they sack it to gain some life, but you got the card. Or maybe you like give them a side quest Chocobo when they don't have any birds. But yeah, generally you'd just rather take your good card for your deck, and Shantotto is a premium addition. Now, with Shantotto, a card like Warrior Sword gets a lot better. We're seeing Ancient Adamantoise, so it costs 8, which is a huge amount of mana, and generally keeps it out from, like, makes it hard to be playable. But it is an 8/20 that makes it so that damage can't be dealt to your other things, so they have to deal with it, which is hard to do. This pack is really weak. There is a common missing. Overall, there's nothing crazy. I'm going to take Warrior Sword because it triggers Shantotto and any of my other 4 mana big spell payoffs. But it's not a premium pickup here. I'm not loving it. But this I am loving. The Emperor of Palamecia. Very, very good 2-drop. You can ramp into your more expensive spells. Plays great with Summon the Choco Comet. Eventually gets big, and then you can transform it, and it hits like a truck. There's Barrett Wallace, which isn't crazy. We're seeing some green and white cards here now. But overall, this pack is going to be maybe a little dicey, it's looking like at least. Blue should be open, but now we get a Summon Esperama. It's very lucky that this is in the pack, because as you might be noticing, we've got like one good card in each pack for us, so we don't really have options at the moment. There's a red-green card. There's a red-white card. It's really weird that we're not seeing blue cards because we really heavily prioritized blue in that draft. I guess we started off with a white card, but very quickly after that, we started taking the blue cards. I guess we took white card, Choco Comet, before we took the Shantotto. So maybe we passed enough blue that someone got in. Okay, now there is Dragoon's Wyvern, a very premium 3-drop. There's also Fire Magic, which is a card we could consider, though it's a little bit finicky to use sometimes. And then there's Sahagin, which I do like. White is looking reasonably open from this direction. The Crystal's Chosen in this pack. Another card that plays really good with Moogles. Dragoon's Wyvern is just like a generically good card, and then Sahagin like plays well with a lot of our stuff. This card, I may have said it triggered our stuff, but it doesn't trigger our things because it is a creature. But yeah, Dragoon's Wyvern is great. Now there's Eject or Shantotto number 3. I still think I just want Shantotto number 3. Eject is a premium card and will trigger the Shantottos we already have. But with 3 Shantottos, I can pretty much guarantee having one. If one dies, I'll be fine. And I can just build my deck around it, like take Warrior Sword incredibly highly. I don't know. That could be a wrong pick, but I generally am okay with it. And then we get a Scorpion Sentinel. So we've got some really nice expensive cards here. Or defensive cards, and then they can get stuff. Opera Love Song is fine, getting a little bit of card draw on the deck, but for now we'll take the Scorpion Sentinel. Shantotto number 4. I'll take it over Warrior's Sword. This one might be a bit unnecessary, but we'll do it for science. Fire Magic. Our deck is actually really good at using Fire Magic because all of our creatures have 4 toughness pretty much or more. We have like one that doesn't, so like the 6 mana mode on this seems pretty reasonable. Or even the 3 mana mode, obviously. We would just like, we can cast it for 6 mana to trigger our stuff. Okay, we get a 2-drop. We could also just take a Rings of the Lucy. It's a card that triggers Shantotto. It works well with our Choco Comets. Ramps us. I think we'll try playing 1 copy of this. I'm honestly not against it. Now there's Lunatic Pandora. There's Current Merchant. Let's just take the Pandora. We're not in the market for either of them, though. Mystidian Elder. Not hoping to play that. Not hoping to play that. I kind of want to try the rings. 4 Shantottos. Now I kind of wish I had an Eject over one of these. I didn't know I would get 2 more after I took the Shantotto. I could have taken a Warrior Sword over one of them, but I feel like I'm going to be able to get Warrior Sword level cards. Sure, we'll take the Stadium. So we have 20 playables here. Wow, Hilgaigus came back. Whoa, Nibelheim Aflame is a fantastic card. And plays well with Shantotto. Because Shantotto will get +X+O, and then this will deal its power. So it can deal 4 damage to everything. And draw us a card. Queen Brana is fine, but not as much in our deck. We want 4 mana instants and sorceries right now. I would love Retrieve the Esper to come back. Any instant or sorcery that costs 4 mana is just what I want, and Nibelheim Aflame is premium. Or just non-creature in general that costs 4 or more. So this card, when you scry or surveil, draw a card. So we currently have 1 card that surveils. We have this guy in our sideboard, the Lunatic Pandora. That's 2. This is 3. Or do we just take Ice Magic? This guy can kind of take over. I think I just take Ice Magic. Though I would not mind that sort of card. I will now play Summon GF Ifrit. Normally I'm not in the market for this card, but I think when you have 4 copies of this, you can discard the extra ones, which is nice. Ooh, nice little addition here, the Lunar Whale. So plays really well with Shantotto, though I guess Shantotto can't crew it, but Shantotto will get triggered by it. There's also Ultros, which is going to be good once I get even more synergy. This card's reasonable as a kill spell. Warrior Sword might wheel, and that would be a good card for me, but Lunar Whale is fantastic here. I can even ramp it out with my Emperor of Palamacia. Yeah. I'm kind of liking the way Rings of Lucy is looking in this build. We'll see how if it ends up making the cut, though. Not going to play Sin, though I do like this card. It's just going to be too hard on the mana. There is Dreams of Laguna, and there is Warrior's Sword, both of which are nice. I think I'll take Dreams of Laguna. Fill my graveyard, find my stuff, give me extra card advantage. It's going to be a better tool for this kind of controlling deck than Warrior's Sword. Blue-red land, easy pickup. Just now I have 2 dual lands, so my mana is a lot more consistent, especially because I'm casting double red cards and double blue cards, and a lot of blue early and blue-red. Blue and red early, so now in my deck I'll just be a little bit more consistent. Currently I have to make 1 cut right now. Okay, this is a good card. Any instant or source or non-creature spell that costs more than 4 is going to be solid for me. So this is a 4-drop. These are going to be 4-drops. So we have enough early game, but... Wow, this is premium for me. I love seeing a Sorceress's Schemes. A couple of triggers for my guys. I think I'm just going to cut the GF Ifrit right now. I have so many 3-drops that I don't need the non-premium ones. And now I've got Sorceress's Schemes. I can maybe even cut Warrior's Sword. There's Retrieve the Esper, which is a really good card for my deck. But what would I cut for it? Especially because I could just take Crossroads Village and be more consistent. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Crossroads Village, be more consistent with my mana. We wield the Archon Elder. Crazy. I don't think we want to take it, though. I think we'd just rather take a Scorpion Sentinel or an Ilmeg Pixie. Let's just commit to... Yeah, let's just be more defensive. Take the Scorpion Sentinel. That was a close pick, though. The Ilmeg Pixie's good. Ooh, we got the Warrior Sword back. That was close. There was a couple of picks there that were really interesting. We got the Warrior Sword again. The Ilmeg Pixie could have been the pick. I'm not going to lie. I just like the idea that I can kind of lock down on the ground here. Okay. The Crossroads Village pick was also interesting, but look, I have plenty of playables. I think we can cut the Rings of the Lucy, though the mana could be useful. We have plenty of, like, expensive things. The Esper card was interesting as well as a pickup. I'm going to cut Swallowed by Leviathan. I don't think it's very good. My 3-drop slot's pretty good. Ice Magic's a 4-drop. This is going to be like a 3-drop. I'm going to try Fire Magic. I have so many high toughness guys. That was another reason, is because I want to play Fire Magic, and Ilmeg Pixie isn't as good with Fire Magic as some of my other cards. I'm going to cut some number of Warrior's Swords, maybe all of them. Some number of Rings of the Lucy. Yeah, my creature count is 12. Just going to cut the rings. 2... 3 swords. I think this is going to be pretty good. Could cut 1 Shantotto for 1 Warrior's Sword or something. With a couple of card draw spells and really good mana, I actually am going to cut 1 Mountain to play 1 Warrior's Sword. And this is going to be the build. We'll make Shantotto the feature card, of course, and I'll see you in the games. We can always make changes later. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if you've been finding them helpful, if you've been finding them entertaining, hopefully both, then Patreon is a way to give back, help me make more videos in the future, and gain access to cool bonus rewards like my card-by-card tier list and my format thoughts document and other cool things like that. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We'll keep this hand. We have the start. Shantotto in the opener. We'll have Shantotto in a lot of our opening hands. Because 7 cards out of the first 8 cards is like 20% of our deck. No. Yeah, 8 times 5, yeah. Beautiful. We will start with the Scorpion Sentinel. We could have played Dreams of Laguna there. Okay. We will lead with Shantotto because if we draw a land, the Warrior Sword is really good with it. We do miss out on like a attack for 2, though, if it doesn't work out. We also could have gone Dreams of Laguna on turn 2 instead of the Scorpion Sentinel to try and get the Shantotto working. X Death, okay? Beautiful. We will keep that on top. Red. 1 card for the Rama. Shantotto down. Sad day. We can threaten the double block on X Death. Bummer. This game has been a little bit sketchier than I'd like. Okay. So the idea here is that we will eventually build up to kill this X Death, and we will have a bit like a Nibelheim Aflame that like we'll try to trade down our smaller guys for the X Death, like block, block, block here, and then use this to like deal 2 damage to everything or something like that. It's a pretty reasonable block, I think. Okay, that's huge for me. That was very good for me. Yep. They don't know I have Nibelheim Aflame, so they don't know that I was hoping they would do that. So I go this. Everything. They are going to get to make the Shapoof. This is close. I'm going to have a chump blocker for the Shapoof, and then if I draw a land, Emperor can let me cast Nibelheim Aflame on Shantotto to kill the Shapoof. No, the Shapoof is going to be an 8 toughness thing at that point. Unfortunate. Wow, I can't believe they didn't buff up the Shapoof. Okay, now it's making more sense. Then draw a card. I'm really looking for ice magic, actually. Play this. Play this. Kill that guy. Okay, so I have to sack my enchantment. Oh, just non-token. Sure. If they'd made me sack an enchantment, I would have lost my guy. Jump there. If I draw a cheap spell, I have 5, 6, 7. That's actually just what I needed. That was such a lucky draw. Incredibly lucky. All skill. I played to my odds, though. Boom. I guess I should have just done it for 2 more, so if they had Sephiroth's intervention, I didn't lose. But if they had Sephiroth's, they would have killed my guy and won the game, so yeah. Got the win. Let's see if we want to make any changes to our deck in light of that game. First things first, I think we want to add back in that 17th land. Our deck seems very mana hungry. So let's just do that right off the bat. Kind of want to cut the Dragoon's Wyvern. Which is not a card I would normally cut, but... Or maybe a Scorpion Sentinel. Yeah, we'll cut 1 Scorpion Sentinel. No, we can't cut our early game. We have to cut, like, a Dragoon's Wyvern, I think. Yep. That should be fine. Or we could cut combat. Yeah, let's cut combat tutorial. We have plenty of card draw. Yeah, and this way we just are always affecting the board on turn 3. And yeah, should be pretty good. I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 2. We'll keep this hand. Play this card on turn 2. Let's just get our Sentinel out. We could have played Dreams of Laguna and tried to hit 2 untapped lands in a row. I suspect Fire Magic will be good in this matchup. That was such a clutch top deck. It's our only 1-mana spell that would have saved us. Okay. Get Shantotto down. I think they might kill Shantotto, is the thing. Because it's a really intimidating card. Nope. Our Fire Magic continues to gain power. We will name red mana. Sure, we will cast this in response so we know more about what we want to discard. We'll keep that. And then we will just discard Shantotto, I think. So we can use Fire Magic to deal 3 to everything at some point, or just deal 2 to everything. Just gonna do this. Don't need a land. I'm not going to get so greedy here. Seems pretty good to me. Oh, I choked it. I forgot. They had the 1/1 to block. Oh. Oh, that was terrible. I messed that up. Okay. Yup. Let's get this down. If they go for a kill spell on this guy, we can bounce it back to our... No, it's when it leaves play, right? Sure. 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 So choking this Shantotto play was really bad, you could say. This costs 8 mana to shuffle it in. But you live and you learn. Paladin's Arm, sure. And this is where having double Choco Comet's pretty good for us. We've only drawn a couple spells this game. We've drawn 3. We've drawn mostly lands. So have they, though. There's a Choco Comet. 2, 1, 2, 3, so 5. So if I have 5, 10, 11 mana, I can do this for 9. I can't quite kill them. Wait. 5, 8, 9, 10. So my 2 bets are use this to kill this thing and start attacking them, which will kill them very quickly. Or Be patient. I'm just going to kill the thing. I'm going to do 7 to it. And hold the land so that the bird can do some stuff later. Now the bird's a lethal attacker. Boom! Got the win. Oh, nice. My misplay was not punished. I'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. Easy keep. Emperor of Palamacia is great. Look at how good this land is. If this was an island, we would have to mulligan this hand. Oh, Emperor into Warrior's Sword is like the dream start. So much pressure. Come on, land. Boom. Or do I just play Shantotto? Yeah, we're going to play Shantotto. I could apply the pressure, but I assume they'll have some nice defensive tools. And Shantotto hits really hard next turn anyway. Okay. We'll ditch this guy. Our deck is looking really strong. Okay, so they're attacking me. That's a weird sign. Bang, okay. Shantotto certainly hits like a truck. Summon Fat Chocobo. That's the ticket. That's a guy. Don't need that. So I can transform this guy, right? Yeah. Well, that's staying on top for sure. So I attack with everything. If Chocobo blocks here, they're just dead. They have to block. They'll probably block Shantotto, jump block, trade. And then they are in really bad shape. I have a backup Shantotto. Sure, they're dead. Got him. Let's just do this the precise way. So I don't, like, lose to Fatal Push for no reason. Playing the card pre-combat, so it works out. Yeah, I'm not regretting the 4 Shantottos at all, actually. Shantotto is just such a good card that it's worth playing every time. I did have fun. See you next game. Welcome to another round. We've got a great hand again. Getting red mana with our village. Ah, beavers have been communed with. Get red mana. Yeah, having the 17th land in here is a no-brainer now that I've played it a little bit. We haven't even seen our Lunar Whale. This is a weird card. I do not know if this card is good or not. I've read it a bunch of times, and I just like can't put a finger on it. It doesn't seem great to me. Oh my gosh, this is the dream start. Emperor into Shantotto. I am just going to do this again. It was similar to last time. I think I can just win a long game against them. I don't need to go like Choco Comet on this thing. I'd rather use Choco Comet next turn so I can hit them for 4 and draw an extra card. It does give them an extra discard with this guy, though. Suplex. Okay. The Gardener. I think that's okay. We get rid of this thing. It was only going to have one more turn of use in it. But it develops my board, draws me a card, helps me find land drops. So I think that's okay. The Mountain Chocobo has been summoned. That's a great draw. Okay. Summon Shiva. Tap their Gardener. We will let the Chocobo trade. Hitting lands is just really good for my deck. All the Mountain Chocobo. We will tap the Chocobo. Then we will Dreams of Laguna. That's a good one to keep around. And then we'll play the Sentinel and get another blue mana. I'm feeling pretty good about this. The lower their life total gets, the more realistic just going like Sorceress's schemes, get back Choco Comet, shoot them, flashback, get back Choco schemes, shoot them, as a win con becomes, especially because my life total is still high. Ice Magic gives me a nice interactive spell. It really doesn't matter when I draw extra Shantottos because the one that I have in play gives me plenty of cards to do other things with. I feel like I got enough non-creature spells to consistently trigger it. Regalia, of course. That card always owns me. Okay. This Summon Shiva might draw me a lot of cards. Yep, they are still going for it. Wow, they find a plains. Okay. No blocks. They're close to being dead almost. Play land. Play Light of Judgment. Bounce their Gardener. Hit them down to 1. Next turn we can Sorceress's Schemes back. Or Choco Comet. do not think they can kill me from here. No cards in hand. They can go up to 3 life, which is enough to survive, is it? So 4. This is going to need 5 mana then, so I would need... This costs 3, so I would need... No, I have enough. I have enough, because this provides 4 mana, and then provides a mana, and then I have a land drop. Oh my gosh. How close was I to death? Okay. Play this. Play this. Choco Comet. I drew a Choco Comet. Boom! This deck is cruising. We are dominating. We're into Diamond 1. Let's go. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. Easy keep on the draw. Once again, Crossroads Village showing its value. We can go Emperor into Lunar Whale, though. It's going to be so over. I'm glad we have the 17th land, because I feel like I've always wanted to draw that extra land. Land me? Yes, let's go. Okay. Beautiful. There's a land on top. Blue-green might struggle against the Lunar Whale. How are they killing it? That is the question. Okay, combat tutorial. Shantotto. Land. Shantotto does not crew the whale, famously. But we still got some card advantage out of the whale already. Ochu, sure. We even have ice magic to keep it safe. Like if they have a fight spell or something. Oh my gosh, this could be really brutal for them. Ugh. Three to everything is pretty great here. And even if they have Vane's Treachery to kill it, I get to bounce it back to my hand. Boom! Got the concession. Nice. Our deck is cruising. This is insane. I'll see you next round. Welcome to another round. What's that? Shantotto in the opening hand? How could we? What good fortune. It's so lucky that we've had Shantotto in like every game. And also, what a coincidence that we've won every game. I wonder. Dreams, Shantotto, flashback, dreams, play Shiva. The dream. Red-black, that's dicey sometimes. They can get some nice aggression out. Oh, that is definitely staying. Oh my gosh, that's maybe my best possible card against a aggressive deck. As long as they don't have... Ooh, that's another good one against aggro. As long as they don't have the black mages card, that would wreck me. Okay, they don't have double red yet. Perfect. Yeah, I can't afford to block here. I need the Shantotto too badly. Yep, I'm not going to get greedy with my Nibelheim. Take out their guys, hit them for 4. Yep, I will get rid of a Scorpion Sentinel. I just want to hit my land drops here, so I'm going to go for this. Yep, that's going to be good enough, I think. A jump block, sure. Sure, I will ditch the extra Shantotto. Vane's Treachery, okay. Sure. No regrets. Be a little patient with this guy. Yep. I'm kind of sad I discarded the extra Shantotto, but at the same time, they hadn't killed it the turn before, so they must have just drawn the removal spell. Okay, I will get rid of Sorceress's schemes. Land is good. Keep this guy tapped. Got some good stuff going on. It's just deciding when to cast them is important. And this makes me discard my hand, right? Yeah, I don't want to discard my hand right now. I would probably Light of Judgment this after I draw the card from Shiva. Do they want to keep their Namazu Trader to stop me from drawing a card is the question. They might have another Vane's Treachery. They do want to stop me from drawing a card. Interesting. I'm feeling okay, though. They have 3 spells in hand. I have way more action right now than they do. There's the Wyvern. That's a good draw. That'll put some pressure on him, force him to do something. Also protects against the black mages. Keep playing lands. I have 2 Chocobos in the deck, or Choco whatever things. So drawing those, either one is GG pretty much. Sure. Can't use removal on this, buddy. At least not until it's a creature. I can be patient. They have to have a kill spell in their hand, I think. Yep. It's fine. Kill that. Force them to kill my lunar whale. Yeah, and then if they do have Sephiroth's intervention, then my warrior's sword will get them next turn because I play it, equip it to my guy, hits him for more damage. Yep. This will buff itself up to be a 4/3. And warrior's sword equip. They also have Nibelheim Aflame. Interesting. Forcing them to kill my Esperama completes the 2-for-1. Yep. They should have let the equip finish. Next turn I can Nibelheim Aflame, draw 4. I'm getting close to the territory where Choco has to be lethal, pretty much. They don't have any creatures in play, which is weird. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have played as many lands as I did. Okay, there is that guy. Okay. I have 2 Chocos in this 3 lands there. One land there. I have no lands left in my deck. That's 4, 15, 16, 17. So all these are spells. I have 2 Lagunas left. No, 1 Laguna left. I should have played a land here. This is one of those games where if I lose, there's almost certainly something I could have done better. Okay, Kefka. Finally. Okay. Oh, that was a tough one. That one took so long because it took me so long to find my Choco Comets. But we got the win, and I'll see you in the final round. Welcome to another round. The final round. We're keeping this. We've got a couple 2-drops. This is like maybe one of like the low end of keepable hands for us because we have so many Shantottos and stuff, but we should be able to buy time. They get rid of the Lunar Whale already. It is crazy. That's madness. They must really need lands. That's what that tells me. Gardener. Shantotto. Now I'm just hoping for a land. I did keep a 3-lander, so there's 14 lands, so I have roughly 50% odds of hitting this one. But it will define the game in a major way. Okay, I have been Chocobo kicked. Was not going to get there anyway. Never lucky. They also missed a land drop. Or was I on the play? I think they were on the play because they played this Revelation. Okay, I will play my Lunar Whale. There's no chance I'm using this on blocks. Actually, if they have a kill spell, they'll stop my attack anyway, so I might as well use it on blocks. But then again, they might tap out. So I probably will still just take the 2. Because they have to hold up the mana if they want to stop me from attacking with it. You're kidding me. Can't believe it. Yep, and then next turn I can go Shantotto plus Sentinel. Ultimacia might just have to die first, though. I have a fine double block on Ultimacia. And if they use their thing as a kill spell there, they can't use it to kill my Shantotto. Nice. No! I hate you, Sephiroth's intervention. This is brutal. They have all spells in hand. They're at the 8, but they don't have the 8 mana yet. They will have the 8 mana next turn, though. My guys are almost 4/4s, though, so that's nice. That'll be a pretty big moment for me. Oh, that will also be a big moment. Well, for now, we're just going to kill Ultimacia. Still no attacks. Drawing 4 is not good for me. I hate that. I do not like it, Sam I am. Here's what I'm thinking. If I can draw a land at some point... Oh my gosh, really? What is in their hand that they're willing to make that trade? Regalia, okay. Five-man squad. Block it. Take down the car. Chocobo's down. Okay. Sure. Only problem with my Scorpions is they are going to kill themselves in this scenario. Actually, I think I will just use this. To kill all their 1 toughness guys. And then do that. That seems good to me. Now we're cooking. Okay, okay, I see you. So we attack with everything. They have to chump block with Gubu. Take down everything. Draw 4 more cards. Gosh, if we lose this game because we drew all lands on this draw, it's going to be pretty brutal. But, no! Gosh darn it. So this is a great draw next turn. Oh gosh, no! So the top oh, they are out of cards in their deck. They only have 2 cards left. Oh, they can't even cast this. Oh, I did not realize that. What a glorious way to win. My opponent literally runs out of cards in their deck, and I'm just chilling over here with like every land. Oh my god. The Nibelheim, I discarded 2 really good spells, but I think it was worth it because then they had no chance of winning. Oh my gosh, what a victory! Let's go! 7-0. That is officially back-to-back perfect records in draft for videos that I've been recording on my own. So that's pretty fantastic. We have made, and it's in diamond, so no less. So fantastic stuff. I mean, quadruple Shantotto gets it done. I guess playing 4 legendaries doesn't matter that much when they're getting you so many extra cards. The Choco Comets gave us so much inevitability. The Fire Magic was a great board sweeper. The Nibelheim Aflame was insane. That was crazy. We also had like just great number of like expensive spells to cast and get our cards triggered. The Lunar Whale was good, and the Scorpion Sentinels just hit like trucks. So that was really good. Emperor was fantastic. This whole deck was amazing. And if you made it all the way till the end, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Quattro. That's too hard for people to spell. Leave hashtag magic to let me know you made it all the way to the end, because the Magician pulled it off. So I guess Magician would be a better hashtag, but hashtag the Magician to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because Shantotto the Magician, 4 copies, getting the perfect record. That's going to do it for this one, though. I do hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will talk to you next time.